Obviously, Ring Finger, right? Big song. We haven't heard a song like that, mashed up like that in a really, really, really long time. Talk to me about how you're managing that kind of drastic incline in the attention you've been getting.
Um, well, work-wise, firstly, because there's so much going on now, and my time is less. So that is the first thing where, I'm a mother. So I have a household to maintain, and I have a son to still give my somewhat of my undivided attention when I can, right? So that is the only thing that, for me, the drastic change there is me trying to balance that of, motherhood and the workforce. But other than that, it's okay. I'm dealing with it, I've been working for this, so it's like my brain condition to it. It's just now to find the balance in motherhood and my career to make sure my son's still getting enough of me.
And that is such an important thing to highlight too, because so many women in entertainment have that same challenge. Yeah, dealing with their kids and making sure that their kids understand mommy is still mommy at the end of the day, regardless of all the fanfare that might be going on. How has he received it? How has he kind of, does he notice? Does he realize what's going on?
Some days I think he realized, because like when he always come in, he was like, oh, these are the people you're going to work with in the studio? I say yes. So everything I explain it to him, he's 5, so it have things that he wouldn't understand as yet, but he have the grasp of what is going on. Like we went to cricket and some people stopped me for a picture, and my son actually said, "Mommy, let me hold them things here." You understand? So, I was shocked, but he reached out to hold what I had in my hand, right? For them to be able to get the picture. So then I was like, okay, he understand. And then it's like, come in the picture. And he said, no. So he understands certain things going on. And then in his school that he's going, one of the kids actually say, that's Lady Lava. And then come on, and he said, Mommy, the same is Lady Lava in school. So I was like, yeah, so, why is Lady Lava? Yeah, but they're just saying it in school. So, he have a little understanding of what's happening. So, yeah.
And that's usually how a song reaches when even the children singing the same song.
They're saying, yeah, like, when I go to the school, be like, pointing, like, I he's just come out smiling because he little, to himself, but, yeah.
But for you, talk to me about how long you've been trying to get yourself to this moment, the moment that you're in now.
Well, the first song I've ever recorded was in 2008, right? It was a lot of on and off because, me investing in myself, have low times and high times in music, because music is money. As much as people just see the outside of music is a lot of investing in yourself, right? So since 2008, I've been working mainly behind dancehall at that point in time, striving. Then in 2017, when I did If I Beat It, Keep It a Secret and Taillight, I got a lot of love. A lot of people started to know who is Lady Lava, right? And going on into 2018, a lot of performances, a lot more interviews, a lot more people coming to see what I have to offer with respect to the music. And then I got pregnant. So, when I got pregnant, I had a little dip in the career. Then we dealt with COVID. But it's from 2008 in and out, still putting in your work different places, reaching in an area and allowing yourself to be known in the area, whether it's building relationships with radio announcers, whether it's building relationships with producers, whether it's building relationships with other people. So like now that the Ring Finger is here and it have a large outpouring of people, sharing love and all these things. This is not just people that is today people. It have people that I have met along my journey who, times change, people change, people went on to do different things. So it's now that they seen, hey, Lava, I'm happy for you. But this is somebody that might have known me from back then, or I have known them, they were probably doing music and stopped doing music, or we have something to share together. I sell in Shogunas, so, a lot of people know me from being in Shogunas, selling from clothes, water, ice cream, all these things. So I used to be on the streets. So you have street people who they just love to see that, hey, there's the same girl who used to buy water from, and now she take herself from here and work to reach here. We know when she used to be performing for Larry and them in small events and all these things, and now she reached this. So as much as it's fulfilling for me, it also an encouragement, I guess, for people on the outside who looking in, whether it's not only music, but people who doing stuff on the outside. You know, you start somewhere and you say, it have potential within me. I see the potential in myself and I can grow. If Keisha could do it, yeah, I could do it. And I like that I could give them the motivation to say, hey, I started the same place you started, let's go. You know? Yeah.
And that's such an important thing to talk about too. Not just for women, but people in general. The idea of hustling and understanding, you know, we gotta make it somehow. We gotta get it done one way or the other.
Plan A, character, plan B, character. You know, it have different steps to reach where you want to go. Once you have a vision, that's be my thing. I have a vision, this is the vision, but I might have to use different loops to reach here. You understand? Because I didn't have like family in the music industry to actually guide me to say, hey, do this, don't do this. This is a mistake. This is not a mistake. So I kind of had to learn these steps on my own. So it would have taken me a little longer to do certain things because it's only experience could have taught me the next time you're going to do this, don't do that. Because you see what happens when you do that, right? And the people are coming and watching, and you know, for them, as you say, not only women but men, to know, well, we hustle, I have a vision, I could do this and then reach here, to accomplish to reach here. Yeah.
And it's so important to kind of share that example. I know you mentioned like wanting it to be for other people who watching to see, well, if she could do it, I could do it too. Mm-hmm. And I feel like one of the challenges that we see in the industry is that kind of disconnect between people who, like the people who substantive in soca, have been in soca for so long. It's almost like you're not sure how to enter into that type of industry. There. Mm-hmm. So for somebody with such a progressive journey, started in 2008, the success of some of your songs from before, even realizing that people mightn't remember your name, but they remember your songs.
Yes.
And things like that. Like,
and now that they hear Ring Finger, and then we go back to say, Taillight. That's the girl who sing, like she's the same. You know, it have people are now connecting back because they know the song, but they didn't know the face to the song. Mm-hmm. You know, so now it's like, that's the same girl, because you know, they have promoters that call and they're like, oh, well, she only sing one song, and then there's one song? No, not one song. We even get called to Audio Mac for interview, and when we went to the interview, that was for Labor Day, when we was at Thursday, she was like, oh, so what was it? You have any other songs before this? And it's like, oh, yeah. And she's had a pull up. She's like, no. It's consequences. Serious. Like, who not sexing? Like all these other songs. So, you know, a lot of people didn't tie that, Ring Finger. It just went that they hear the Ring Finger and they're like, yeah. You know, they're like the sweetest person who sang the song. But it's now that they tying back, hey, Taillight. You not sexy. If you be to keep it a secret. All these songs is, you know, from the same artist. Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but like we see it in international music too, right? So in hip hop, for example, it was such a heavy male dominated industry for a while. And then you started seeing Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, and now we have Gorilla and Lato and all of these different women coming out and being successful. Doechii, we have so many now. And I think the same thing is kind of happening locally, where soca is Cass, Bungie, Marshall. And now we have Patrice, we have Nyla, we have you, we have all of these women that are kind of rising to the occasion and showing that, you know, we have that voice as well. And do you feel like the rules are different for men and women, especially when they're trying to penetrate this industry and kind of like stand here in a stable way?
I think people will always view women differently to men. Yes, we women will fight and make the name and make the way. But something about women, they still will try to treat us different to men, you know, whether is they might, all right, say you might treat women softer, but then when it comes to the music industry now, you still want to treat them softer in the sense of, well, yes, lava. But you know, when another male might come to you, it would be that dominance towards them where, okay, if this is, this is this. But then when it comes to a woman, they might still try. You know, they might still try to tweak it to say, well, you sure you don't want to? You know, whereas a man might come and say what he says and, okay, it stands. They wouldn't question it. But just like, you know, for some women, for you know, certain things with females, it's like, they would want to question the demands of a female. Where, for me, being in the music industry, females have a more, I don't want to use the word pressure, females have a more higher standard to maintain. So it's like, it's more costly for a female, because now as a female artist, you know, we have hair, we have makeup, we have so much of different things to do. And then the things that people don't see, babysitter, challenge. Before we come on set, we still have to, yes, this is the same person. I was cooking, I had to put this together, I had to put that together, and then I have to come out here now and be like, you know, like all that didn't now happen behind the doors or behind the cameras. All of that did happen, you know, and women still have to deal with that in the industry and then come out and stand on the same stage, entertain the same people, you know, do the same things that the male doing. For me, I don't really feel like the males that I be are wrong in the music industry. I don't feel no kind of way like if they're trying to say they are greater or, you know, the embracement for me is cool, right? In Trinidad, the embracement for me is cool with everybody, I guess, because, you know, I kind of be in my little corner. But, yeah.
But I do want to talk about that too, because Carnival coming, and it's not just Carnival, it's long season Carnival. Was that 14, 15 weeks of Carnival and that season? So I expect that with the momentum that Ring Finger has, like on the heels of that, what else are people going to see from you in 2025?
Well, we have soca coming, mixed soca. We have collaborations coming with people that are great to the soca industry. So excited about that, to see, you know, how people take it in. As I say, everything is an experiment for me. You know, I experiment and I put it out, might try something again next year when it comes, try something different to see how the people take it. You know, I'm not afraid to go out of the box and do something or try something new or just say, you know, give it a chance, give it a shot, right? But Carnival is coming and I'm coming in the soca arena.
We're looking forward for that too.
Yeah, to, you know, just entertain, bring people, let her have fun with the music, and see how they take it in, because, you know, people say Lava is a dancehall artist of Trinidad and Tobago, female, and they might put my incest and they might put me in. I don't really want to put myself in a box to say, you know, I branded myself as that. I want to brand myself as an artist. You know, people hear the music and they enjoy it. We don't need to keep ourselves to a particular genre. Yes, soca is the culture of Trinidad and Tobago, and we will bring forward soca and we will represent soca to the highest. But I mean, as a creative, you always want to experiment to see what else you could do. As a creative mind, you don't want to keep your mind here and say, okay, well, I can do this, and then you're comfortable here and you just remain here. You want to explore, to see, you know, if you could grow your creativity into something else. So that is me, basically, how I just think. So things as we are challenged, I take on the challenge.
I like that spirit too, because that's the thing, huh? We see a lot of people pigeonholing themselves and saying, well, this what working. This has been working for however long it's been working, but you don't always see that willingness to kind of expand. In times like that, I think of like Jelano had a chutney record this year, you know? So in instances like that where you see that people are either one out of the two extremes, either they just stay in where they're comfortable, or they stick in their hands and everything and just waiting to see how they feel or what the feedback is going to look like.
So I say like, all right, so we have Steam. I build a name in Steam. You know, I could build a name in Soca. I could build a name in something, because this year I was in Trinidad last year. This year with Vanessa Ramuta, and among the females, we come second, we tie with somebody else, right? It's like, what? You know, first time you're trying something, and that happened, it just show you the possibilities of trying new things. You know, you never know where you could take yourself. You understand? And I like that.
That's good. I want to talk a little bit about the feedback that you've gotten from Ring Finger, not just locally, but internationally too. I saw the Cardi B repost. I saw the kind of attention that got. Explain for me was like opening your phone, just unlocking your phone to scroll a little bit, and you're just seeing notification after notification because this person tagged you.
So the first thing was Cardi have a group. Right? So in the group she had posts, I'm suffering the consequences of it was actually a written post. And somebody sent it to me and I was like, oh, you're big. So I was like, Cardi, that's my, cause you know me how I Cardi B. Alright. You know, it's like you listening to that song? Cause like in my brain now, even though the reason why I wasn't sure she was listening, because the universe is like that, where sometimes you think about something, somebody else think about it, right? So it's like, then the day now, she had 3:00 in the morning, she had posted a story and she's like, I'm suffering. When she was posting her look now, and one of my brothers sent it to me, 3:00 in the morning. I closed up my phone. Like, nah.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I was like, nah. And I was like, all right, cool. You know, she like it. You know, I was like, all right, cool. But then she had done the Huna section, and she had done another one. And then for her birthday party, it was like she had it on repeat in her party, the Huna section and the other thing. Then, you know, she followed me. You know, we share little views, hi, thing, and it was cool. You know? So.
But it must make you feel something. Like, I know you're being cool about it.
No,
right now,
no,
but...
it was like, yo, yeah, this is the things that we're working for people on the outside to accept your music, to enjoy your music. You know, it gives you a motivation to, hey, I have work to do. You know, your brain now like, you know, people logging in, and then Cardi B fan base is crazy. You understand? It's crazy. And like I message and I say, you know, I appreciate the love, because in the end of the day, you're grateful for something like that. That is, even though it's an artist showing love to you, it's also an artist giving you exposure. You understand? To a great fan base that she have created. You understand? So it comes and so she's sharing her fan base with me, because it had other people who from like Love and Hip Hop repost. You know, they reposted stuff. Then Dream Doll do it about 2 nights or 3 nights ago, and she like, you know, so it's like they feeling it, and I like that they could enjoy. You understand? It feels good to see people even out of your culture, because you know, as we culture, we will understand what certain things what I say, we will understand. But then people now who out of your culture realm enjoying the music, that is something that make you feel great, make you feel like, yeah, I don't have no time to waste. I just need to be inside. I need to continue writing. And you know, you want to be so tight on your other projects that you have coming, you know? Yeah.
I hear it a lot in you that you use that as motivation to continue, or as encouragement.
Yeah.
But you ever had one or two, maybe a couple moments where you just stop and it just hits you like, we do something here, like
just to
be proud and
like this is what I was looking for. Yeah, you know, that is the moment. So it's be like a smile, and that's when I was asking on one of the radio stations, like, wow, you see up straight from the plane, you're going straight on the stage, and from Ghana, come straight on the stage in one of the parties, Miami Beach. And I was like, yeah, I say, because these are the things that you prep yourself for from before. So, the adrenaline is there. Okay, you wanted this. Let me see how bad you wanted it. How bad you going and push yourself to work. Because straight from the plane, change in the airport, and you have to be on time for another set. You understand? This is how busy you have become. Where it had days where you were sitting down, waiting for performances. You're waiting to see if somebody will call you. Now you're in the position where people calling you. Your day is booked out. It's now for you to prove to yourself you want to continue to work. And now is not the time for you to say, well, yeah, you get laid back. You understand, to rest on your career because you feel like it's full on. No, that for me, that is, hey, this is what you was working for all the time. This is the money that you have been investing from before and you wasn't seeing it. This is the time for you to reap this money and bring it back to you. You understand? Because it's years of investment that, people might see. Now they might say, hey, you're making a little money, girl. But this is investment. This is from 2008. Me paying for projects that people never hear. Paying for videos that people never see. You understand? Because things happen with videos that lost files. You don't do it. Producer don't like it. This one have a problem and it just like, yeah, scrap that. Other things you do where they're not getting it right. So it have monies that out there that people don't know. Hey, I make a loss here. But you never share a loss with nobody. I make a loss here again. You never show it. You just take it now and you say, hey, this is a lesson where I don't want to end up in this position again. You understand? And sometimes I tell people, the time when that certain things happen is probably when you have enough experience now to deal with certain things, because you made so much errors when it was coming up that now when you reach a different level, you know not to make certain errors, because now these errors going and cost you in a bigger way than it would have cost me when I was, now coming up and learning certain things and the investments that I would have made. But yeah, I feel sometimes I smile and I say, yeah, girl, Kisha, girl. Like, my mother will call and say, like, you ever know you would be, like, in this position? And I was like, yeah. Because I was working towards it and I was keeping focus for this to happen, for things like this to happen. Because I could have stopped back, I could have stopped, I could have, it at times where you feel so pressured to do certain, but even during COVID was a real, no entertainment time, no. And I had to go back to hustle, like straight hustle. Sell coconut water during COVID time. Open a shop downstairs, a parlor. Start back selling in my parlor. Like, these is the things I used to do before people even started to know, hey, that lady lava. When they pass out, they're like, hey, that lava boy. Like, yeah, it's a lava water. They come for coconut, because now I still have a sentiment in COVID going on. You had to have some finances coming in, because light bills coming, everything coming. My son had to eat, I had to eat. You understand? The household had to maintain. So it's like, put it back. You had to do. So it's now I went back to hustling at the COVID time where, some days it's be like, hey, music get used to. Now, one thing happened and it's like the whole industry, no streams of income, no this, no that. You had to be strong to say, I'm going back and do this again. This money again what I make here, I'm going back and do music. This is what I love. You understand? This is what I want to do. So for me, it's something where I was working hard towards. So now I have my moments where I'm like, you're working, girl. I feel good about myself. I feel good about reaching where I reach. I feel like, yeah, make a good investment. Continue, feel nice.
And you bet on yourself. That's always the best bet to make.
I love that.
So, the conversation around discipline as an artist, right? Because, I think motherhood adds to that, because this is a little person that needs from you and requires from you and that kind of thing. So I don't know if that has a lot to do with the discipline you seem to have as an artist, where you're like, no, we have to do this. You have to make this sacrifice because eventually it will pay off and that kind of thing. That's usually something really, really hard for people who don't have that mindset naturally to adapt to. So how do you feel like you've had to teach yourself that over the years, maintaining that level of discipline?
think from young, the part with sacrifice, I get that from my mother. And my mother used to always be like, she had to make sacrifices. Or we had to sacrifice for this to happen, you understand? So from young, I learned about sacrifices through my mother. But the discipline part came from me telling myself I could do anything that I want to do. And I have to find a way to make it happen, right? So that was the discipline part with me. And then inside my house full of Post-its. So I still listen plenty, motivation stuff and different people speaking about different things. So it have some things where I would have known and some things that I would learn from these people where they say, write down your goals, write down the motivation, because they don't really have, sometimes in an environment where you have encouraging people, right? Or people who would understand the vision that you have. So my whole toilet is Post-its, my fridge is Post-its, my TV, my mirror, everywhere have Post-its in my house where I would put focus and all my reminders, you understand? Although I don't follow all, I know flour and healthy, it's on my fridge, and them little things that are still miss with them things. But it have a lot of things where I'll write, mark it yourself, a reminder in my brain every day to do certain things from the Post-it. So that was just me saying, you need something around here to keep you here, to keep you in it. And then I think I understood having talent is one, but talent with no discipline, it could fall short, because then I like to observe. So if we observe a lot of times, we have people all over who could sing, probably have a better vocal structure than me. You understand? People out there who might be homeless people or people who, wherever it is, and they're like, hey, bad boy, I know he could sing. What was the problem? And sometimes it's just as simple as being disciplined. Having the discipline to do certain things, or to say, as Vibes Carter used to say, well, I will write how much of our songs are they? You pressure yourself to keep at it now, to write a song a day. Or you pressure yourself to say you had to come up with something per day. That is putting the discipline towards music to say, this is what I want to do, this is what I have to do to be great in what I want to do. You understand? So you have to discipline yourself. So I understood discipline because I understood that why a talented man, and it had to be, he wasn't disciplined enough now. And then it have a lot of young artists who is come by me and they know why I tell them, you working? No, alright. You gotta get work, and you gotta work, check my back. Oh, you have a source of income? Not even to go and work for nobody. You have a source of income? No. You don't have a source of income? Check my back. When you have a source of income. I'm not being harsh on you, I just being real with you. And I don't want you to waste your time, and I don't want you to waste my time. Because music is money. You need money to come in music. I could only help you 50%. The other 50, you have to help yourself. And in order for you to help yourself with the other 50, we need cash. Because if I say, come here and record for free, and when you don't record for free, I need money for artwork. You need money for a photo shoot. You need money for whatever. We are at a standstill now because I knew you don't have a source of income, so I am playing with myself. I knew that in the jump, you don't have a source of income. But if I let you know, well, you need a source of income, and now you went and you get a source of income, and now you have the 50 to put with the 50 what I have, we'll get 100%, and then I can help you. You understand? So
what you said reminds me a lot of what they say, success is 10% talent, 90% preparation, and when that meets opportunity, that's when you get success.
Yeah.
In all those things that you've listened to, do you feel like there's one quote that always stands out to you that you remind yourself of and on? Just to go back to that might help somebody else who watching this and need that same sort of inspiration.
The only thing I just always tell myself is remember why I got started. Remember why I started. I cannot remember what was your vision when you get started, so that the other things that come along the way to deter you from the vision that you had. Because remember, along the way, there are plenty nice things. It have plenty things along the way that could deter you from, where it is you see yourself or where you picture yourself and say, okay, there's my end goal. And to meet my end goal, I have a vision. If you get deterred, then you might never meet your end goal because it have other things along the way that will, let you go. And even some days I just say, you be sad and you might feel depressed and life will be heavy because we have things to deal with all wrong. But when you remember why, you remember your why I get started and why I wanted to do this. And then you remember the joy that you have when you hear, hey, music going on, and you can figure out everything going on around the world. You understand? That joy to that, then I think it would be able to override the sadness or the depression that you might have within the moment. Yeah, remember why you get started.
That's important, and as a short, quick one too. Not to dampen the mood or anything, but a lot of young people look toward artists like you, artists like whoever their favorite TikTok person is, for example, just for their views and thoughts on things that are happening around them. Whether it's we're seeing bullying in school being a big topic now, we've seen a lot of instances where women are losing their lives at the hands of men who claim to love them, abuse, things like that. What is your perception of all the things that are going on, and what would you wish to see change?
So like me, bullying is a big thing for me, right? Because people try to bully me on the internet already. But as I always say I talk on the internet, like when I go live, I don't be live plenty. But if I go live to talk, I feel like if I have to leave people with something, right? It have to make sense. So that's why I wouldn't go live all the time, because then I might just be talking nonsense. It wouldn't make sense to me, right? I'll feel like I'm wasting my time. But as I always tell people, social media had made things a bit different to how it was when we was growing up. Right? Because when we was growing up, if I had to tell you your foot big, I'm telling you right here in front of you, and whatever happen between me and you, we might tell me about my head, and we might go on and on, we might be friends tomorrow. Right? Because that's how it was like in primary school. But now, because social media, people behind laptops where you don't know who's speaking to you, fake profile, so it gives them a sense of empowerment. But to me, anybody who have a sense of empowerment from being behind a fake profile is a broken individual, because you cannot stand as who you are, first thing first. And I am here standing as who I am, the person who you come to attack. I am standing here as who I am, so I am ultimately stronger than you. First thing first, right? Secondly, I tell people when they come on the internet, they come to tell you your head big, your nose big, your fat, my breast big, my belly lap. When I get up this morning, I see it. I know that. My head big since I'm small. My ears big since I'm small. My nose big since I'm small. These are things that, you grow up, and I try to say it on the internet. Hey, when somebody tell you that, tell them you're so since you're small. I see it this morning and I like it. You understand? Because you had to let these people know when I come in with them things, you come in with someone I seen every day. And you know your eye was big? When that person tell you your eye big, don't feel no way, because I know that. You tell me something I know already about myself. So I want people to feel empowered about the things that people telling you. You take it and make the best out of it. You understand? You take it and, okay, what's the problem? Why you so concerned with somebody else's features or how they look? That is because, as much as you might not want to admit it, you have something inside of you you're not comfortable with, whether it's emotionally, physically, however it is. If I decide to fix something on me, or I decide, hey, I don't like how my hair look today and I want to do it, it must be because I feel like doing it. It mustn't be, I'm pressured to do it by the outside world. You understand? And that is one of the things where, like, I say in ring finger, I like it, the world take it. And I didn't have to do nothing. I just come as myself. You understand? I come as me. I come as Kisha. You understand? And They comfortable with that. I comfortable with that. You understand? Who have to take a teen comfortable because long time it didn't have them problems, where we have it now. But now when it had filter and people see, hey, I seen how I could look with my nose straight, and I started to say, God, me and all always get carried away sometimes in the filters. You have to stand and say, this filter nice, boy. You understand? Because, but the reality is, that is not who he is. Just, you have to be comfortable with who he is. And then younger children who bullying in school, we have to see what is the problem at home. Because some of the children that come in to bully people probably getting bullied at home. And these are the behaviors that they learn. Because young children don't just get up today and say, I'm going and bully this person, or get up and say, I'm going and take advantage of this person. Somebody probably doing them at home, or they're not getting the attention that they need at home, so they're looking for attention somehow in school where, hey, if I do this, is make a scene, and I be the star for the moment, and everybody's look at me, and, I'll get a little vibes. So some of these children who bullying other children probably lacking something at home, where they want to do it, but it have to stop because, I have a son and I wouldn't like to hear any bullying, and I would not want my son to bully anybody either. You understand? I don't bring him up in the environment to say, hey, I want to. It's not like when we were small. When we were small, your mother tell you all kind of thing. Oh boy, you stretch your lip long like this, and they do that and they do whatever. But I mean, now we understand certain different things because this generation different to the generation from before. Where now it have knowledge, it have things you could read up, it have things you could learn about children and things where, hey, go and get the insights about it. I want to. That's why sometimes in my songs I be telling. As we saying things, but as we saying it in a way where for women to understand the word. Even though I say in a dance hall and I might be a little raunchy and I might be a little bossy with what it is I'm saying, but I want a little know, hey, you is it. Whoever is, he is it. You understand? Believe in yourself. I not too bossy, but I sweet. You understand? You is it. So that we understand what loving yourself first. And by loving yourself first, some days we might fall short because we will feel good when somebody tell us something. You understand? But loving yourself first will make you understand that what I want for myself, what this person giving me is what I want. This is what I would do to myself. Understand what I'm saying? If a man cough in your face, you would cough your own face? You would not do that. You understand? You would not stand up in a mirror and choke yourself till you're blue. You wouldn't do that to yourself. So why you allow somebody else to do that to you? You understand? And is humans just get accustomed to other humans. Because if something happening every day, your brain is be accustomed to patterns. So it's be like, this is what's supposed to happen. So then we get accustomed to another human being and we feel like, hey, this feeling is what's supposed to happen. This is what's supposed to happen. But if it affecting you, and you're not really happy, when that person a day is still not happy within yourself, when the day you're not happy, when the day you're not happy, then I get fair one lash outside of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because one lash on the outside, one does end up to two does end up to three does end up to a bad lash. Because most of the times when a man kill a woman, sometimes it's intentional. Sometimes it doesn't be intentional. It's be a bad lash or it's be so much of vexation. You can't really control. If you with somebody and you realize that, hey, he just gets so mad, I just can't control him, then you're not in a safe environment. You understand? Then you have a child, your child not in a safe environment either.
And that is, most of the time, that's before the lash even pass. You notice this person is an angry person. Like if this person, if it's too easy to get somebody angry, you understand? Yeah.
Like they don't have the control over it now. And then get yourself out of the position. Sometimes we say it hard. Yes, it hard. But being there hard also. You understand? Being in the position hard. Choose your hard that you want to arrive at. I went through some hard things in life and I moved myself away from it. The only thing we say is, I feel like this happening so easy. If I remove myself from this position, I'm going to have to start over. Nothing is wrong with starting over. And that is something that we are afraid of. Starting over, so we just stay and continue in the same position that we're in, but we'll remain in the same position and it might even get worse because we don't want to start over. Because some people in society make it feel like starting over is bad. Or, hey, I was doing this, everybody go say me and my husband done. Everybody don't have to live with your husband. You alone have to live with your husband. Everybody you don't have to study what everybody's saying. Because really and truly, all the people that's be talking on the outside, not coming to really deal with the situation you have to deal with. And whether they seen it, I might say, girls, well, you go come by me now. Plenty times, they're not really there to help you. You still have to deal with your emotions. And that's why now we have a rise in suicide. A lot of people killing themselves. Because a lot of them are not really getting to understand how to come out of the situation. So it's like you're here, but I'm dead. Because if I leave, I can't face the fact that my mother go say, my father go say, my friend go say, my sister go say. I can't deal with that. You understand? And then if I stay, I can't deal with the individual I'm staying with because it's a monster living with that you don't know. And plenty of people is be living with people who nice to everybody on the outside and they're horrible to them on the inside. And I know situations where that's what it is. Women might be sweet to we, and we say, hey, she nice. You have a real nice girlfriend. When you go in, you might have an abusive mouth. You understand? You might be telling your husband, hey, you just shippity. Or you understand? You're telling them things that he don't feel good about. Because you probably have a husband who is not really one of them rowdy persons, but you're dampening his emotion every day. You're taking a little piece of him. That is bullying. You're taking a little piece of your husband away from him, right? Then women might be in the same position too, where the husband, he's such a great guy. And I think it had a writer who wrote, and she was like, she father was a great guy, like, a great person for the business where he was now. Just if he's a CEO, he was the best CEO that you could get. But he was not a good man to the family now. You understand? Because there was abuse and all the different things. And these are the things that has been going on. So, as what I say, make the decisions that make you happy. And when I say happy, not happy with somebody, but knowing wholly and solely that you are a complete individual with or without this person. You understand? Then well, you're happy. Me, I go to my little heartbreak and thing all this. I sing my song and go to my heartbreak and shake up myself and say, hey, get together, Kish. You understand? Remind myself who you are. What happened to you, girl? Talk to myself anymore and say, Kisha, what happened to you? What going on with you? You mad? You forgetting? And you remind yourself, hey, you was this person, you overcome this, you was in this position and you come out of this position, you think you make this happen, you make $1, reach $100, all them things is things I tell myself, you understand?
Talk to yourself nice.
Talk to myself nice. Say, girl, use flip, use a hustler, use this, use that. Them don't know who is
you. Show them.
Shake up yourself and, come out of that position because sometimes we just feel so good about being loved. By somebody else, where the love is a kind of love. It's not good love. It's a kind of toxic love. Yeah, but ladies, that's why I say,